And today I'll be counting down the top 10 best United States presidents. Yes, this is like something I hardcore nerd over. Deal with it. Okay. Number 10 is James Buchanan. A lot of people put him as the worst president, which is retarded because that's incorrect. He was actually, out of all the sitting duck presidents, he was the one that actually made the sense out of any of them. He actually did what was correct at his time, with the hostility so high, as you could tell, because once Lincoln was elected, the war broke out. Any move he could have made would have started a war, and he did as much as he could in his position to not only preserve the Union, but to appease, not appease, but make sure that was equal and just between the two sides after Franklin Pierce got rid of the Missouri Compromise. So that's not his fault. 9 is Abraham Lincoln. I think you know why. Number 8 is James Abram Garfield. I feel like here's another assassinated president. I feel like he would be much higher on this list if he wasn't president for only 6 months. But here's just a quote to show you his character. He was also, when he did during presidency, he didn't have much that he did, but his character is exceptionally clean for a man who has been engaged for 20 years in active politics. So he was a huge part of the Congress and Senate or whatever before he became president. So he did help there. And then when he became president, there was a huge divide in his party, and he tried to appease it, but then someone shot him. So, Number 7 is George Washington. He fought for our country. He's this guy who set the precedence for being a president, and he did a very good job at it. Yeah. Number 6 is Dwight David Eisenhower. He is the guy behind all of the integration movements of the late 50s. He was the one who sent in the U.S. Air Marshals, so he did uphold the rules, and he did care enough to send in troops to make sure that the kids were able to get educated. Number 5 is James Knox Polk. He is the president who acquired Arizona, New Mexico, California, Texas. That's a big chunk of the United States if you think about it. So that's really good. Manifest destiny. I have mixed feelings. Number 4 is John Fitzgerald Kennedy. I feel like a lot of people think that he was overinflated, but he really wasn't. He was, he encouraged the space race. He encouraged, America to become as good as it could be. Just, trying. That's what he was really all about. And then he was also assassinated. Yeah, 3 out of the 4 assassinated presidents are on this list. Number 3 is Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Even though he did take more power than he should have during his presidency, it was, he needed to make the country okay again, because he got us out of the Great Depression and through World War II, and even though there are now term limits because of him, he was a very, very good president. Number 2 is his 5th cousin, Theodore Roosevelt. He was the progressive president of the early 1900s that all the national parks thank him. Yeah, teddy bear president. And number 1, the best president ever, in my opinion, is Thomas Jefferson. Now, this was really close to me between the top 3, but I put Thomas Jefferson because he was one of the founding fathers. He also wrote a bunch of the founding documents, and he had the Louisiana Purchase, the expedition of Lewis and Clark. So a lot of important things happened under his presidency, and he led the country with a grace and elegance that has not been matched since, but was close to being matched by Theodore Roosevelt. Alright, thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, you can press that like button and that subscribe button, and that would make me really, really happy, and I will probably do this when I see that someone's done that.